Hi everybody. I wanted to follow up on my last video, which was titled Fear-Based Task Managers versus People-Focused Leaders, and I wanted to provide a real-life example for context. My real-life example is personal. So the last 18 months of my career with Bank of America, I had been brought over to help turn around a team. West Portland was ranked, I was told, last in the company, and I was brought over to help 10 to 15 banking centers improve performance, specifically sale performance, and successfully improved West Portland to the top of the team. And actually we're moving the dial up, not just on top of the team, but we were moving up in the company, but it wasn't moving the dial of the total territory. So I have a portion of Oregon, and my old manager was hired to be over all of Oregon and a part of Washington. So he had about 8 to 10 of me, or my position, to manage. Hundreds of people were under him. He was over hundreds of people, had control of hundreds of people's careers. And he came in wielding a stick, basically, came in just going after people. The first thing he focused on was terminating. He was going after people to terminate. He also was partnering with someone else. It's a different video story, to go after people and terminate. And I'm just the kind of person that gives people the benefit of the doubt, and I just thought, why is he doing that? Why is he going after the negative? Why is he looking at the negative? Why aren't we looking at our strengths and leveraging those strengths, which I had done on my team and successfully improved them to the point where they were at the top? And he just didn't have the skill set. He just didn't know how to do that. He only knew how to manage with fear and pressure and control. And so when he took over the Oregon and parts of Washington territory, the team, that territory was ranked last in the company. And within 18 months, less than 2 years, he had been taken out of that position because the team didn't improve. After all of the terminations, all of the threats, all of the write-ups, nothing improved. And that's because he was leading with fear and pressure, and isolation and control, and leading with the negative. And I just couldn't understand how somebody could be put in a position like that, somebody like that put in a position of power. And so I reached out to several people who were responsible for interviewing and hiring him, people who I had known for 10 or 15 years at that company, and they all told me the same thing. He was incredibly confident in his interview. No doubts at all he could turn the team around. He came prepared with facts and with data, and his plan partially centered around terminating people, focusing on the negative. And to watch the turmoil that was created by his management style or flavor, which was fear and pressure and intimidation tactics and control and micromanaging. We had to send reports in hourly, daily, about activities. We didn't have time to spend with our teams because we were reporting on things throughout the day because he didn't know any other way to lead. And there's positions for those people. There's great positions for those people. He was incredibly intelligent, incredibly good at math and things like that. That doesn't mean that person's a good leader. So we missed the buck in the interview. That's what I see corporations do a lot, is we go after, like I mentioned in my previous video, we go after people that are confident, they've got a solid plan, it sounds like, and we let them woo us with their plan of getting rid of, the people that are bringing us down. But what we miss is, in this specific example, this territory that he took over hadn't performed in probably a decade. It's when a team or a company isn't performing for that long, it's not the people. It's not the people that we're managing. It's the leadership, and there's other things going on, which that's a different video. But it's the leadership. We need to be putting better leaders in place, and that comes from the skill set from the interviewer. We have to identify people-focused leaders, and then we can teach them the reporting. We can teach them how to pull reports and look at data and identify gaps from a data perspective. But you cannot teach someone to care about other people. You can't teach someone how to put other people first. You can teach a process. You can teach them and give them a list of things, questions to ask to help identify each individual person's strengths on the team. And then we can maybe teach them how to leverage those strengths. But overall, that's an innate talent that you have or you don't have. But we're not looking for those things in interviews. We're looking for promises. We're looking for confidence. And that is our downfall. So we have to change the way we do things. We have to change the way we interview. We have to take the time to learn how to do it right, to save us heartache, to save us losing our good people, to save potential lawsuits, money, and just overall time, not having to try and come back and clean up the mess, which is what's happening now in that specific example. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. You can reach me at superpowerconsulting@gmail.com. You can also go to my blog, and there's a business page on my blog that outlines what we do. And my blog is speakupandstandstrong.net. Be good to each other out there, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.